When a child is born and we hold a baby, we are holding the whole universe. Fate, it is passive, we accept it. Destiny is a very active, conscious process. My freedom is dramatically reduced by society and culture. It is embedded in each cell of my body. Destiny means what we are supposed to become.
Welcome to Soma, the art and science of somatic living, a podcast exploring life through the intelligence of the body. Dr. Jivasu, do you think we have a destiny?
It's a very big question because a lot of people think we have and other people think we don't have. Because some people equate destiny means determinism. That everything about our life is determined. And they think they have free will, so they don't believe in destiny. From my point of view, yes. All living and non-living beings have a destiny. So not only humans, everything. I will start. So first of all, I will define destiny. Destiny means what we are supposed to become in our lifetime. I'm born, I'm growing. So what I will become as an adult or as an older person, or before death, whatever I can become. Because that will give me the meaning and purpose. So that is destiny. I will start with the blade of grass. What do you think is the destiny of blade of the grass? It is born, it grows, it reaches its peak potential, and then it dies. And that destiny is inherent in the blade of grass. What is the destiny of butterfly? Egg, larva, pupa, young butterfly, big butterfly, released, fulfills its life and then dies. What is the destiny of a rock? It will stay for millions and billions of years, turned into sand, and then there on the ocean beach or a lake beach or wherever. Same thing about us, human beings. But people don't like the word destiny because they don't understand its implication. So I would like to go into the very beginning of the evolution. As the physicists say, with the emergence of our universe many billion years ago, it was all star dust and gases. But that contained the potential seed of life. Because Earth was formed and first life form came on Earth in the form of a cell. Now somebody can say, oh yeah, it was just born. But to me, something cannot come out of nothing. Mm-hmm. Just like hydrogen and oxygen, if you take two gases, they are, you can't see any water. But water is a potential in hydrogen and oxygen, and when they meet, water is there. So same thing happened in this stardust and gases, there was a potentiality of life. Earth became like a womb. Right conditions came out of that womb of Mother Earth. First cell was born. Now this cell contained me. So if you go to Antonio Damasio, the neuroscientist, he will clearly say that whatever humans did or became was already potential in the single cell. Because after all, my whole body and brain are constituted by cell. Cell multiplied and organized, and we became complex, then our brain, our thinking and emotions. So, from stardust and gases to the single cell, life evolved, plants, animals, more advanced animals, and 72,000 years ago, the proto Homo sapiens like we are, and we are still evolving. What that means? My body and brain contain all what happened in the universe. So somebody said, we have a star body made up of the same dust. So that means this microcosmos of mind contains the macrocosmos. Right. So when a child is born and we hold a baby, we are not holding a baby. We are holding the whole universe, literally. Because that is what evolution is all about. Scientific. I'm not talking about philosophy or spirituality here.
Is it like just the elements?
All the
All
elements.
the elements.
That's right. But we become conscious. So what happens to human being when we are born with that potential of whole of the past evolution and cosmos is there, but as we grow in the society, we have to adapt to a culture, family, religion, politics. And that becomes the dominant force. So the first part in human life is how I can become functional in this ordinary world. It is necessary. So we develop conformity. We have to adjust, we have to adapt, we have to play multiple roles. That is what we do. And we become functional. We are able to establish ourselves in the world. But the problem with that is that whatever potential I was born with is get buried.
Hey everyone, it's Matt from the podcast. If you're enjoying this conversation and you want to go deeper, Soma Path offers different classes, courses, and trainings that will help you actually experience what we're talking about, and they're accessible to all. Everything can be found through the link in the description, and from time to time, we do offer free programs and trainings there. So if this is resonating with you, that would be your next step. So we're born with potential,
Yes.
and then society clouds our potential.
Exactly. And that is necessary, because without that I cannot live. So that is the essential part. And in science, it's very well known. There was a book, Blank Slate, that none of us is born tabula rasa or blank slate. We are already born with our unique personality. So once I became independent, economically independent in this ordinary world, then I have to find with what potential I was born. Whether my potential is like a Mozart or an Einstein or a Newton or a Rabindranath Tagore or a Jesus, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because that is my destiny.
So our potential is the destiny.
It is embedded in each cell of my body, in each organ, in each fiber of being. And you know, A lot of people think destiny means determinism, my freedom will be reduced. It's the opposite of it. My freedom is dramatically reduced by society and culture because they want to mold me in their models or ideas. Because society is not interested in my uniqueness, what potential I have, what I feel. They are interested, how could I become a productive unit? Get education, get the job, and I'm contributing to the society constantly, to a family or culture or whatever it is. They are not interested. Who am I? And who am I is my destiny. So actually, my freedom is already compromised, which is essential in the beginning, but nonetheless, it curtails my potential, my creativity, or my destiny. So that means if I'm moving towards my destiny by self study or realizing or experiencing, I'm becoming more and more free. And that is the goal of all religions, philosophies, art, and science. And the thing is, what is my destiny? My destiny is, first of all, my uniqueness. Right. That is the first part. But that is not enough. Because what is my origin? What is my source? My source is universal. So you can see that by pursuing my destiny, which is innate and inherent in me, I first of all internally become from social and cultural bondage and chains. That is what all spiritual systems said.
So it ends up being kind of limitless in a way. So
Exactly.
that's the freedom.
Exactly.
And then there's no known at the time.
Yes,
So which is also free, because if you know something, then you're kind of bound to that.
exactly. So you can see the first part in understanding my destiny is to understand my somatic personality. Because whatever I did in the world is part of my ego. Ego is borrowed, or my somatic identity. It's all come from society. I'm going to maintain all that, but simultaneously I'm going to explore my unique personality. And the moment I start doing, I enter into my destiny.
Is this different from fate?
Yes, there is a big difference. Fate means I'm not conscious. So whatever my family, my society, my culture decided, I accept it and I don't question it. I feel that is how I am. So basically, fate is dependence on others, my circumstances, my people. They are deciding for me. And I accept it as passively that, okay, yeah, this is my fate. But destiny is, no, I want to know about it. I'm questioning it. There is a more to it.
Yeah, fate sounds like there's chains attached to it, and you're just letting go and being dragged by the chains.
Exactly. It happens all the time in the world. So think of women, they didn't have rights to vote century ago. A lot of them didn't question, they thought it is their fate. Some of them question, no, I want to have the right to vote. I want to participate in governance. What happened? It changed. Moving towards destiny, more freedom. Think of slavery. Many people thought that is how I am and that is my fate. Other people said, no, all men and women are equal. They brought changes. Lincoln and so many other people questioned that. Workplace, it becomes oppressive. Boss is dominating. A lot of people say, no, that is my fate. Others say, no, I'm going to take action against it. So then came all other rules and laws so that people are not oppressed, they are not underpaid, they are not overworked. Same thing happens in family. In certain parts of the world, girls were not educated. But then some girls said, no, I want education like boys. So fate is still there. It is passive. We accept it. We don't consciously challenge it. Destiny is a very active, conscious process. Okay, I'm the part of this culture and society, but I want to know myself, so I enter into my personality.
Joseph Campbell says, follow your bliss. Is he referring to this or is this something different?
Exactly. So he used to say, follow your bliss. Other people said, follow your heart. What we say in Soma, follow your flow.
What do you mean by flow?
Flow means when I'm aligned with my nature, then I experience high energy, happiness, creative vitality, and satisfaction. So basically, in flow, I'm aligned with my freedom because flow means freedom.
In my past jobs, I would say even since like my mid 20s to early 30s, I kept feeling some type of stirring inside that I wasn't satisfied with the things around me. Is that something that's calling me?
Destiny. Your destiny is sending you the signal that whatever you are doing is not enough. You have to explore further consciously.
So if one is feeling that inner stirring, what do you suggest that they should do?
Thing is, again, we have to become observant. We have to become conscious about our body, about our emotions, about our thoughts. And the circumstances in which that stirring actually becomes very strong. Because if we follow that stirring, we will be in flow.
How would someone tell the difference between what is my passion or what was like kind of conditioned?
Because
is that inner stirring? Would that give them
inner stirring and flow. Flow is the criteria. Because when I don't follow myself, I'm in conflict. I don't feel good. I don't have a sense of well-being. I'm not creative. Life becomes a chore. Just conformity.
or distracting? Like I know myself, like I would drink and just try to distract myself from the unpleasantness.
Because underneath there is a despair, a subtle despair, because I'm not following my destiny. So naturally I want to distract myself because I don't want to go there. It is too much. So that is the reason. So you can see how from moving from my role in the society, routine role, to my personality, and that personality let me enter into my somatic self, and then somatic universal, and even beyond that. So destiny is basically movement towards more and more freedom.
When was a time for yourself that you knew you were off course from this?
Around the age of 20 years. I was in medical school And because I was a poor student and failed, to get selected in medical school was such a big blessing. So at the age of 17, I went to medical school. After 3 years, at the age of 20, I realized my life is all set in patterns forever. What I will do, I will get my MD, I will get married, I will have children, I have a car, I have a house, prestige, status, and all that. Finish. I said, this is not life. This is all set for me, completely predetermined.
Almost how people think what destiny is.
That's right. Then came the rebellion. I very clearly remember it was a foggy morning and I'm just looking into that fog and said, no, I'm not going to accept it. And at that point, I started reading philosophies and all that. But that was the point. And their destiny completely came, it revealed itself at the age of 40. So at the age of 20, steering started, and at the age of 40, finally it became very clear to me. It takes time because we are entangled into so many things.
Was there anything you want to finish up with here?
I will say that never be satisfied what is given to you by your social, cultural, or family background. It is necessary to root you. Rooting. But your wings are your destiny. So once you are very comfortable, you are not going to reject anything, then you better go into yourself. Because that is where we originated from the universe. We contain the whole universe, and that universe is my destiny. I have to live in it. I have to become free. I have to experience it. There's no exception. And if we don't do that, we will remain forever dissatisfied, no matter how much we achieve in external world.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jivasu.
Thanks, Matt.
To learn more about our teachings, courses, and community, visit somapath.org.